Welcome to Express News. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj and we give you top 100 news of the day. Let's get started. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday inaugurated the 4th edition of Semicon India 2025 in New Delhi. PM also received the country's first Made in India semiconductor chip at the inauguration of Semicon India 2025 in New Delhi. Union IT Minister presented the Vikram 32-bit processor developed by ISRO's Semiconductor Lab along with test chips from 4 approved projects. Addressing the gathering, PM Modi said a defining chapter in India's semiconductor journey is unfolding with innovation and investment driving a new wave of growth. PM Modi added that today the world is ready to build the semiconductor future with India. Further, Prime Minister also stressed that the government is building a robust, resilient and sustainable semiconductor ecosystem in India. PM Modi highlighted India's transformation into a semiconductor hub with the market projected to grow from $52 billion in 2024 to $103.4 billion by 2030. PM Modi also stressed self-reliance through the India Semiconductor Mission and global trust in India's potential. Quoting GDP numbers for the first quarter, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also said that India has once again performed better than every expectation, every assessment. India's Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, says the India Semiconductor Mission began with PM's visionary leadership and a razor-sharp focus on execution. He adds that the world now looks to India with growing confidence. Semicon India 2025 brings together top global leaders, industry experts, academia, government officials and students under the theme Building the Next Semiconductor Powerhouse. Semicon India 2025, hosted by SEMI, fosters innovation, partnerships and workforce development, positioning India as a key player in trillion-dollar semiconductor ecosystem. As per a report by Bastion Research, around 20% of the world's chip design engineers are based in India. The report highlights India has already established itself as an important part of the global semiconductor design chain. With an aim to strengthen entrepreneurship development among rural women and accelerate the growth of community-led enterprises, PM launched the Bihar Rajya Jivika Nidhi Sahkari Sangh Limited via video conferencing on Tuesday. The objective of establishing the Jivika Nidhi in Bihar is also to provide easy access to funds at affordable interest rates to community members associated with Jivika. Post-launch, PM Modi said that a major basis of India's development is the empowerment of its women. That is why the government is doing many things to make the lives of mothers, sisters and daughters easier. Singapore Prime Minister Lawrence Wong will be on a 3-day visit to India from Tuesday. This would be Prime Minister Wong's first visit to India in his capacity as Singapore's Prime Minister. German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul arrived in India's IT capital Bengaluru this morning. During his 2-day visit, he will meet with both political and business leaders to explore further avenues for bilateral cooperation. The 21st edition of Indo-US Joint Exercise Yudh Abhyas has begun from September 1st in Alaska. The Indian contingent is represented by Madras Regiment. The joint drill will culminate on September 14th. India's Minister of State for External Affairs and Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Kirtivardan Singh, will be on a 2-day visit to Iceland starting Thursday. During his visit, the minister is scheduled to participate in the 2nd edition of India Nordic Track 1.5 Dialogue, where he will deliver the keynote address at the inaugural session. In business, Indian indices ended in red on Tuesday. At close, the Sensex was down 206.61 points or 0.26% at 80,157.88. Nifty was down 45.45 points or 0.18% to end at 24,579.6. The Indian rupee ended at 88.17 per US dollar on Tuesday. Gold climbed to record highs on Tuesday as investors awaited economic data this week that could reinforce expectations for a Federal Reserve rate cut in September. Markets widely expect the Fed to lower interest rates later this month, pricing in an 89% chance of a 25 basis point cut. Oil prices rose on Tuesday as concerns about supply disruptions grew amid an escalation of a conflict between Russia and Ukraine and as the market weighed whether upcoming US jobs data. Brent crude added $1.12 or 1.6% to $69.27 a barrel by 8:54 GMT. US West Texas Intermediate crude was at $65.78 a barrel, up $1.77 or 2.77%. US stocks index futures fell on Tuesday after Labor Day holiday as investors awaited crucial economic data in the week ahead that is expected to shape the Federal Reserve's stance on monetary easing. EU military spending is set to hit a fresh record of €381 billion in 2025 as countries plow more money into warding off Russia. According to the Afghan Red Crescent Society, the death toll due to the earthquake has risen to 1,400. The humanitarian assistance group further said that at least 3,251 people have been injured and more than 8,000 houses have been destroyed in the disaster. The search for survivors continues following the powerful 6.0 magnitude earthquake in Afghanistan, with authorities focusing on difficult terrains. Helicopters are being used to airlift the injured people, providing medical aid and assistance in nearby hospitals. The UN on Tuesday said the earthquake in eastern Afghanistan that has killed more than 900 people could impact hundreds of thousands and warned of an exponential rise in casualties. India was among the first to respond to the disaster, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressing condolences and offering humanitarian aid. Responding swiftly under its Neighbourhood First policy, India sent 1,000 family tents to Kabul for emergency shelter and 15 tons of food supplies to the hard-hit Kunar province. Earlier, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar also spoke with Afghan Foreign Minister Maulvi Amir Khan Muttaqi, reaffirming India's support and commitment to further assistance. Britain too has set out emergency funding support for those affected by earthquakes in Afghanistan. Britain's $1.35 million assistance will be split between the UN Population Fund and the International Red Cross. At least 20 people were missing after violent protests sparked in Indonesia by lavish perks for lawmakers that have come to include anger against police, as per a rights group on Tuesday. Tensions between the United States and Venezuela have escalated in recent weeks due to a significant US naval buildup in the southern Caribbean and surrounding waters. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro accused the US of using its naval deployment in the Caribbean to pursue regime change, while Venezuelan officials claimed the buildup is a threat intended to justify political intervention. Brazil's former President Jair Bolsonaro, facing charges of plotting a coup to retain power after losing the 2022 election, is set to begin closing arguments on Tuesday. Bolsonaro faces accusations of plotting to poison President Lula, his running mate, and assassinate Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes, who oversaw the 2022 election and now leads the coup case. Thousands of anti-government protesters marched again in Serbia with shielded riot police guarding the Belgrade headquarters of Serbia's President Aleksandar Vučić, who has threatened a major crackdown against those protesting his populist rule. Polls have closed in Guyana's general election, where voters cast ballots on Monday to choose 65 members of parliament and a president. The Election Commission plans to deliver results by Wednesday. US President Donald Trump announced Monday that he will award New York City's former mayor Rudy Giuliani the US Medal of Freedom. In an update, former US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan criticized President Donald Trump, accusing him of throwing away ties with India over Pakistan's willingness to do business with his family. In an interview with the Midas Touch YouTube channel, Sullivan highlighted importance of India-US relations and stressed Trump's actions hampers US allies' trust on Washington. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, in an interview with Fox News, termed the Shanghai Cooperation Organization as being largely performative, expressing optimism that India and US will resolve tensions. A train with North Korea flags presumed to be carrying leader Kim Jong-un was spotted by journalists approaching Beijing railway station on Tuesday ahead of a massive military parade the following day. Thousands of reservists started to report for duty on Tuesday ahead of new Israeli offensive at Gaza City, which Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu wants to speed up despite warnings from senior ranks. Israeli Army radio said that some 40,000 reservists would report for duty on Tuesday for the Gaza City offensive. The military said it was readying logistically for the intake of reservists ahead of the offensive. We are heading for a short break. We will be back with the Express News in just a bit. Stay tuned to DD India.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I am Siddharth Bharadwaj. Let's resume. The India Meteorological Department forecasted heavy rainfall at isolated places over Punjab, Jammu, Kashmir and Uttarakhand on Tuesday. India Meteorological Department issued red alert in Uttarakhand. Continuous downpour for over past 2 days triggered landslides and house collapses. All schools in Indian Union Territory Jammu to remain closed on Tuesday in the wake of adverse weather advisory. North Indian state of Punjab is in the grip of flood fury that claimed 29 lives. The flood affected more than 94,000 hectares of crop area. UK experienced its hottest summer on record in 2025 with mean temperature reaching 16.10 degrees Celsius, surpassing the previous record of 15.76 set in 2018. A devastating landslide killed at least 1,000 people in Sudan's western region of Darfur. It is one of the deadliest natural disasters in country's recent past. In Telangana's Medak, swift action by National Disaster Response Force prevented a tragedy by rescuing a man stranded on the roof of his submerged car. A state of national disaster was declared in South Korea's Gangneung city, with authorities planning to impose water rationing measures to severe drought. Indian state of Rajasthan witnessed more than average rains in this monsoon season, causing flood-like conditions with overflowing water in dams. La Nina weather phenomena may return as per United Nations. It is naturally occurring phenomena, changing winds, pressure and rainfall patterns. Vietnam held its largest ever public celebrations to mark 80 years of independence, with patriots marching under fluttering flags. A war museum exhibition in China's Beijing marked 8 decades since the end of World War II. The exhibition displayed artifacts, archival documents and footage. Madame de Staël Middle School in Paris launched an initiative tightening phone rules. The move encourages students to focus on learning and building friendships. Three-time European heavyweight champion boxer Joe Bugner, who fought Muhammad Ali in a world title bout, died at the age of 75. Sudan rejoiced Prophet Muhammad's birthday with people taking part in street rallies. Custom-made sweets were sold to mark the season. The Azmak River in Akayaka is a natural beauty known for drawing tourist attention with its untouched look. Visitors enjoy boat tours along with reed-lined river. Azerbaijan's Keshku village hosted its second annual Raspberry Festival to support the growth of local agriculture and agro-tourism in the region. Madagascar's president is set to receive 3 colonial-era skulls in a ceremony, including one believed to be of King Toera, who was beheaded by French troops. In Denmark's Copenhagen, an artist sold her artwork for over $12,000. The artwork comprised just of a banana. In Venezuela's Maracaibo, a technician transformed discarded materials into sculptures of animals and movie characters to spread recycling awareness as Maracaibo battles trash and poor services. In Tangoba Festival at Buenos Aires, Aldana Silveria and Diego Ortega crowned as world champions in the Tango Salon category. In Central America's Neapa, El Salvador, crowds celebrated the 103rd annual Fireball Festival, where participants hurl flaming rags, the tradition recalling 1658 volcanic eruption. Zimbabwe Fashion Week highlighted heritage, in which designer Penelope Lakcha leads the show by tribal motifs blended with modern aesthetics. Underwater Robot Contest 2025 makes waves in China's Dalian city as it showcased the latest tech trends in the underwater robotics field. In this event, 23 teams compete beneath the Shanghai Bay Bridge. In Vietnam, Nguyen, Taiwan sold the iconic Vietnam banh mi dish in Hanoi's French Quarter, and today the dish stands as a proud symbol of Vietnamese culture, especially as nation marks 80th independence. Hollywood legend and Vertigo star Kim Novak received the Golden Lion Lifetime Achievement Award on Monday at the Venice Film Festival, which runs from 27th of August to 6th of September. Toronto International Film Festival 2025 kicks off on 4th of September and runs till September 14 in Canada, marking its 50th edition. India's presence at Toronto International Film Festival 2025 is about to showcase a new Mahatma Gandhi series along with the restored classic Sholay at the Bharat Pavilion. Oscar-nominated actor Graham Greene, best known for Dances with Wolves, passed away on September 1st in Toronto at the age of 73 after battling a long illness. Disney has announced that Ice Age Boiling Point, the 6th film in the animated adventure franchise, will release in theaters on February 5, 2027. Award-winning Marathi film Sab Bonda will release in Indian theaters on September 19. The film won the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance 2025. Kalyani Priyadarshan's Loka Chapter 1 Chandra has crossed 30 crore in 5 days. This film released on August 28. Mythological drama Kanappa, starring Vishnu Prabhas and Akshay Kumar, is set for its OTT release on Prime Video from 4th of September after hitting theaters on June 27. Manoj Vajpayee reunites with Ram Gopal Verma after 30 years in horror comedy film Police Station Mein Bhoot. Rajkumar Rao's crime thriller Malik to premiere on Prime Video from September 5 after its theatrical run. In sports, Australia's ace fast bowler Mitchell Starc has announced his retirement from T20Is in order to prioritise heavy test schedule from late next year and the 2027 ODI World Cup. Stark played 65 T20Is and was part of the Australia side that won the 2021 T20 World Cup. In his farewell message, Stark stated that he enjoyed playing T20s for Australia, but Test cricket is his highest priority. Australia's premier pacer and Test skipper Pat Cummins was on Tuesday ruled out of the upcoming white ball series against India and New Zealand due to lower back issue. Ace spinner Rashid Khan became the highest wicket taker in T20Is as he helped Afghanistan beat United Arab Emirates by 38 runs in Sharjah on Monday. In Men's Hockey Asia Cup, India annihilated Kazakhstan 15-0 in their final Pool A game in Rajgir. Defending US Open champion Yannick Sinner continued his stellar run at the hard-court Grand Slams after dispatching Kazakh 23rd seed Alexander Bublik to make the quarterfinals at Flushing Meadows. Alex de Minaur sealed a quarterfinal spot with easy win over Swiss qualifier Leandro Riti. In women's singles, Naomi Osaka produced a stunning performance to eliminate home favourite third seed Coco Gauff 6-3, 6-2 in a highly anticipated showdown in the last 16 stage. In other women's singles action, Iga Swiatek brushed off Ekaterina Alexandrova in straight sets to extend her Grand Slam winning streak to 11 matches. In soccer, Aston Villa has signed midfielders Jadon Sancho and Harvey Elliott on loan from Manchester United and Liverpool respectively. Manchester City concluded the deadline day transfer for goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma from Paris Saint-Germain. The Italian number one was axed from PSG squad despite playing an instrumental role in the historic treble-winning campaign last season. Donnarumma replaced Ederson in Man City, who played a pivotal part in City's treble season in 2022-23 and their run of 4 straight Premier League titles. Meanwhile, Arsenal have signed Ecuador defender Piero Hincapié from Bayer Leverkusen on season-long loan. Real Betis has signed Manchester United forward Antony ahead of transfer deadline. Three-time European heavyweight champion boxer Joe Bugner, who fought Muhammad Ali in a world title bout, has died at the age of 75. That's it in this edition of Express News. News and updates will continue on DD India. You stay tuned.